you know that back in the year 1110, the moon seemed to have totally vanished from the sky? Researchers haven't been able to nail down what caused this for a while, but they might finally know why. Science Alert reports that Earth's atmosphere experienced a huge disturbance due to a giant cloud of sulfur-rich particles. This turned the skies dark for months or even years before eventually falling back to Earth. Analyzing ice core samples, scientists thought it was due to a major volcano eruption in Iceland. But a team led by a University of Geneva researcher found it couldn't be the culprit, because the timing was off by up to 7 years. Looking at historical records, they found mention of an unusually dark lunar eclipse that made the moon totally disappear in 1110. Scientists say the volcanic aerosols in the atmosphere were the most likely cause, and that it came from a months-long eruption of Japan's Mount Asama. The findings were published in the journal Scientific Reports.
Travis Wingoodsell. It's getting bad here in Utah. The YouTube employee did exactly as I reported. He retaliated big time. Again, taking down the thumbnail of the very video I reported him attacking me for. And so I again reported, and I reported through another place. I guess they don't have managers or supervisors or any kind of leadership. They just hire people to go around and troll people. I mean, that's what happens. When there is no punishment, the employees get worse. People get worse when you don't hold them accountable. You can't let them go. You can't forgive and forget. You have to get them punished, because they'll keep doing it. Speaking of punishment, on my weekly trip today, there's some brand new released prisoners. Overhearing them talking about how they were charged and locked up for aggravated counts. Talking about the weapons they used and how it was just an accident. Okay, right, got it. My hell. And yeah, the poverty, it's getting worse, visibly worse. The homeless are increasing and spreading out around the valley. I mean, if you aren't aware, I've been posting other videos investigating, as no one else will, that the government of Utah, under orders of the church, have ordered the execution of the homeless. I mean, when you have 1,100 beds with a huge lineup still outside, and then you shut it down because you purposely built the Gateway Mall right across the street, and then you decide, okay, well, public pressure is forcing us to have another shelter. Okay, let's build 3 shelters with 400 less beds. That'll solve the problem. Now, so it's clear they want people assassinated. And I tied it to Senator Mike Lee, who tried to get a bill passed to allow states to replace state citizens with foreigners. Yay! They're not only wanting us executed, they're wanting us replaced. I don't think that bill went through Congress, thank God. But that's what they're trying to do, just so that you know. They don't want you here. If you aren't contributing as among the elite of Utah, you need to go. Where are we going to go, and how are we going to get there? That's what they don't get. And so they seek to be drastic in attempting to murder us. As the YouTube employee, also, as I posted the LDS Church trying to assassinate me video, I was attacked by him as well, as he's continuing the thumbs down attack. Full-on retaliation mode. If you can't hold them in check, and he's the one in charge, he's overseeing YouTube. He's supposed to be protecting YouTube customers, and yet he's the one that we need to be protected from. Isn't that interesting? Who do we seek protection from when it's the people in charge? And so, yeah, crime is also on the increase. As I was at my bank, I witnessed a Hispanic in a very nice car circling the parking lot and then stopping at the back door where the employees enter and exit. He was casing the joint. And then he went and parked just across the street, kept the car running, and just stayed there. As there was a homeless person sleeping next to the store, which was kind of sad because he was in the shade, which it's colder in the shade. But yeah, it's during the daytime, and so he's going to be up at night wandering around. And so what's he going to be doing wandering around at night other than looking for things to sell? There's the gangs here in Utah pull a stunt of stealing cars, but instead of taking them to a chop shop, they park them far away or some distance away from the location of where they got it from, and then abandon it after stripping it for what they can sell from it. And so we've got a maroon VW Bug that's been there for almost a week now, parked abandoned at the railroad tracks. And I saw a cop yesterday and flagged him and let him know about it. He said he was aware of it, and they are planning to tow it one of these days. So it wasn't yesterday, and it wasn't by this morning, so see if they do it tomorrow. But I mean, this is bad, and it's just going to get worse. I mean, the money that we're getting to continue stimulus isn't near enough. I haven't heard or seen yet if the Senate had agreed to 2,000. Does that mean that the 600 is in limbo while we wait for the Senate to say yes or no to the 2,000? And Colorado has the first mutant virus. Oh, the moon disappeared in 11:10. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to check that out after I finish this video here. Trump's demand for 2,000 cost the GOP some majority. McConnell blocks vote on bigger stimulus checks. It was McConnell that was said to have convinced Trump to sign the 600, and here he's the one blocking the vote. Why is this any surprise? So Alrighty, it's the end of the world. I hope you guys are safe, because I'm not talking to the YouTube employee, that's for sure.